Some mysteries don't come from the outside world, they awaken quietly inside you. And I never expected one would bloom in my own heart. The first time I saw Anna, one of my mother's newest friends, something subtle but undeniable shifted inside me. It wasn't love at first sight. It was curiosity. Soft. Slow. Unspoken. A quiet pull that deepened every time she visited our home. At first, I chalked it up to admiration. She was beautiful, yes, but more than that, she carried herself with grace. There was something about the way she listened, the way her smile lingered, the way her presence made everything else in the room feel quieter. Before long, I realized I was putting more effort into how I looked when I knew she'd be around. I found myself listening for her voice, replaying her words, remembering the scent of her perfume long after she'd gone. And then everything changed, on a cold evening I'll never forget. My mother had planned a small dinner party. As I flitted around the living room fixing candles and pillows, I heard that voice behind me, soft, warm, unmistakably hers. "Good evening, sweetheart. How are you doing?" Her words were ordinary. Her gaze was anything but. I smiled, because it was all I could do. Throughout dinner, I couldn't stop watching her. Every laugh. Every glance. They all seemed to hold a secret, one I was beginning to understand. Later, when the night had grown quiet, she came closer. Her voice lowered, intimate. "You seem different tonight," she said. "Has something changed?" How could I explain it? That nothing had changed, yet everything had? That my world was shifting in a way I hadn't asked for, but couldn't stop? I don't know, I whispered, cheeks burning. Everything just feels different. She tilted her head, eyes searching mine. "Sometimes people change," she said. "And sometimes, it's simply the way we begin to see them." That night, I didn't sleep. Because I could no longer pretend this was simple admiration. And in the days that followed, something delicate but undeniable took root between us. Our conversations grew heavier. Our silences, deeper. We never named it, but we both knew it was there. Then came the weekend trip to her beach house. A getaway for our family and a few close friends. On the second day, someone suggested a boat ride. Everyone eagerly agreed, except Anna. "You all go," she said casually. "I'm expecting someone to fix a few things around the house." When the others weren't looking, I faked a headache and stayed behind. I watched the boat vanish on the horizon, the waves growing louder in the stillness they left behind. Now it was just us. Alone. Anna led me to a small sitting room overlooking the ocean. We said nothing for a while. Finally, she spoke. "You've been different with me since that night." There was no point pretending anymore. My heart was pounding. My voice was barely a breath. "Anna, I think I'm in love with you." She didn't flinch. She didn't even look surprised. Just a small, knowing smile. The kind that says I've been waiting for you to catch up. "I had a feeling," she whispered. "I'm in love with you too." And then she kissed me. Not urgently. Not with hunger. But gently. Like a truth finally spoken. Like a promise we'd both been carrying in silence. The waves outside whispered against the shore. And in that kiss, I understood something I hadn't before. Some feelings don't arrive like thunder. They come quietly. They bloom in silence, until they change everything. And when the moment finally comes, what once felt impossible feels simply inevitable.